The Supreme Court has taken a strict view on issues related to stray dogs. During a long hearing, the court said people cannot suffer forever due to stray dogs. The bench clarified that its concern is not about streets but about institutional places like schools, hospitals and courts. When an argument was made that removing dog would increase rats, the court said cat could be brought in. The court also noted that in the last 20 days, two judges met with road accident due to stray dogs on highways and one is seriously injured. The case began after media reports of dog bites and rabies in Delhi. In connection with the stone pelting incident in Delhi's Faiz Elahi Masjid area, SP MP Mohibullah Nadwi will be questioned by police. Sources say he did not leave the spot despite repeated police requests. Delhi police have identified around 30 accused through CCTV footage and raids are underway. 5 policemen were injured in the violence. The clash happened during an anti-encroachment drive ordered by the court. Rumors that the mosque would be demolished led to tension and violence. SP leader S.T. Hassan has described the incident as an action and reaction situation. A minor shooter in Faridabad, Haryana has accused her coach of rape. The victim alleged that the coach called her to a hotel room on the pretext of discussing performance and assaulted her. She also claimed he threatened to end her career if she complained. The minor remained in shock for nearly 20 days after informing her mother a police complaint was filed. Faridabad police have registered a case under the POSCO Act and started an investigation. Hotel staff are also being questioned. Police say all aspects of the case are being carefully examined. Jawaharlal Nehru University has raised an FIR after slogans against Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah were raised on campus. According to the Chief Security Officer of JNU, around 30 to 35 students were present at the spot during the incident. He said the students involved have been identified using CCTV footage and internal security inputs. The university administration has taken the matter seriously and initiated action as per rules. Police are examining the video and statements as part of the investigation. Political activity has intensified in Maharashtra's Ambernath Municipal Council. 12 councillors suspended by the Congress party have joined the BJP. BJP State President Ravin Chavan made the formal announcement late Wednesday night. He said the councillor joined BJP with a development agenda. After the local body elections in December, these councillors have formed a majority by supporting BJP and NCP. Following this move, the Congress party suspended them. The shift is seen as a major setback for Congress in the region and is likely to impact local political equation ahead of future elections. A senior Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP leader Azizur Rahman Musabbir was shot dead in Dhaka on Wednesday night. The incident took place in the Tejturi Bazar area of Karwa Bazar. Bike-borne attackers opened fire and fled from the spot. Musabbir was rushed to the hospital but died during treatment. Another person, Abu Sufyan Masood, who was with him, was seriously injured. Police have confirmed the attack and started an investigation. The murder has raised concern over political violence in Bangladesh and security has been tightened in sensitive areas of the capital. In Minneapolis, USA, a woman died after being shot by an IC agent. The deceased has been identified as 37-year-old Trini Good, a mother of 3. According to the US Department of Homeland Security, she tried to ram her car into officers. President Donald Trump defended the agent, saying the video of the incident was frightening. After the incident, hundreds of people gathered to protest against IC, raising slogans and demanding justice. A memorial event was also held in the evening. The incident has once again sparked debate over law enforcement actions and immigrant policies in the US. US President Donald Trump has approved a tough bill imposing sanctions on Russia. Under this bill, countries buying Russian oil including India, China and Brazil may face tariffs of up to 500%. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said the bill will be presented for voting in Parliament next week. Named the Sanctioning of Russia Act 2025, the bill aims to economically weaken Russia amid the Ukraine war. If passed, it could impact global trade and energy markets. Experts say the move may increase pressure on countries dependent on Russian oil supplies. After reports of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's arrest, old photos of him with spiritual leader Satya Sai Baba have gone viral on social media. The pictures date back to 2005 and show Maduro with his wife at Sai Baba's ashram. A video of Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez visiting the ashram has also resurfaced. According to religious website, the Sai Baba organization in Venezuela began through personal spiritual experiences, not promotions. The viral images have drawn public attention and sparked discussion online about the global influence of Indian spiritual movements. Indian markets turned red today as the Sensex fell more than 200 points and the Nifty close to 100-point early trade. Weak global cues and foreign selling pressure investors. Major IT and stocks saw selling pressure dragging the market lower. Investors turned cautious ahead of global economic data. Broader sentiment remained negative as entices traces down. Analysts say profit booking and cautious outlook in key sectors added to the weakness. Australia defeated England by 5 wickets in Sydney to win the Ashes series 4-1. Chasing the target, Australia played calmly and finished the match with confidence. England fought hard but failed to defend the total. The match was a special as it marked Usman Khawaja's last international game. He received a warm farewell from teammates and fans. Australia dominated the series with strong batting and bowling performances. The Ashes ended on a high note for the home side. Cold wave condition intensified across several Indian states today. Jharkhand recorded a minimum temperature of 0.5 degrees Celsius, while Madhya Pradesh reported 2.7 degrees, making night extremely chilly. Dense fog disrupted transport, causing 12 trains to run late. In Rajasthan, thick fog covered 23 districts, reducing visibility on highways and railway tracks. Uttarakhand witnesses extreme cold with temperatures dropping to minus 21 degrees Celsius in 3 cities. Authorities advise people to stay indoors, wear warm clothing and avoid unnecessary travel. Emergency services remain on alert as winter conditions continue. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.